How about no?
So a couple of days ago I showcased a combo with the new card Star Blast. Totally using it for its intended purpose, of course. Reducing my life points as much as possible to activate the skill Access Denied, so my opponent gets to experience what it would be like to play Duel Links without any hands. But after making that video, I did some further digging, and discovered another skill that forces my opponent to emulate what it would be like to play Duel Links on a brick. For those of you who've been playing Duel Links for a few months now, you would have heard of Cyberstein, a fantastic deck that used to bring a lot of joy to the community.
So f***ing triggered! Who the
But for whatever reason, Konami decided that maybe summoning a giant egg with a massive nose that would fill up all of your opponent's monster zones wasn't very helpful for the game, and therefore hit the deck with the banhammer. Now imagine if there was a skill that they added to Duel Links that would do the exact same thing. And not only that, but imagine if they added a card that would make it possible to do this on turn 1, in just about any deck you choose. You can probably see where I'm going with this. The skill is called OJAMA Overflow, and it can be activated when your life points are at 500 and below. So basically impossible, right? Right guys? And what it does is special summon as many 0 attack OJAMA tokens as possible to your opponent's side of the field in defense position. Now this doesn't seem that bad at first, as most decks would kinda love to have a bunch of monsters on the board, so they can use them as fodder for tribute summoning. If only they could be used as tribute for a tribute summon. So in theory, if you use this skill and your opponent has an empty board, if they don't run any spell and traps that can remove these tokens, they cannot play the game, and therefore you just slowly and painfully deck them out. Now before you start moulding too hard, let me remind you that there are quite a few cards that can out this. Raigeki Break, Ballista Squad, Bad Aim, Treacherous Trap Hole, Enemy Controller, etc. So I don't necessarily think this combo is that broken, especially in the way I choose to use it, where I'm essentially just torturing poor people on ladder for 20 minutes. But I'll be lying if I said I wasn't a little paranoid about a possible Purgatrio deck appearing that just starts beating my ass by piercing through these tokens. Either way, Konami should really consider removing this skill, as even if it's not good, my god is it extremely toxic. So here's the deck list I built. So like I said, the aim of this list isn't exactly to make some broken meta-breaking deck. I simply wanted to create a deck that could pull off this combo as often as possible to irritate as many people as I possibly could. So the aim of the deck is extremely simple. Get a Blue Eyes into your hand so you have a target for Star Blast, to reduce its level by 7, and therefore your life points by 3,500, and giving you the 500 life point requirement to activate the skill OJAMA Overflow. Then you can sit back and watch as your opponent spends the next 20 minutes fuming, as he struggles to clear his board while you continuously activate the effect of Iron Core in the grave to skip your draw for the turn so you cannot deck out. To make this combo extremely consistent, we are running the White Stone of Legend, and Sage with Eyes of Blue to search for the stone. White Stone when sent to the grave will add Blue Eyes to hand, and we have a few ways to send it to the grave. Sage can target it, cards of Consonance can discard it to draw 2, Tribute to the Doomed can discard it to destroy a monster, which is very useful if you go second, since most people do set a monster or summon a monster on their first turn, and Share the Pain can be used to tribute a monster to tribute an opponent's monster, for the same reason as Doomed. Alright, you've heard enough of me talking. The rest of the video will be very exciting gameplay of me torturing 6 or 7 victims. If you like this video, feel free to leave a like down below, and also consider subscribing to the channel if you want to see more deck lists from me. Also, feel free to check out my Twitch, Patreon and Discord in the links down below. And if you happen to have $1 lying around and wish to support me, feel free to click that join button down below to support me directly, as well as gain access to a few little neat perks. Enjoy the gameplay!
Duel.
Hey, big brother, can I watch SpongeBob?
Shut up, Mokuba. I'm busy flagging YouTube videos to compensate for the fact that I have an extremely small penis.
Oh.